Twilight Out of Focus 2, Afterimages in slow motion review. You can be anywhere you want to be in the film club. At Midorigaoka High School, there's a strong rivalry in the film club between the second and third years. Red-haired Jin Kikuchihara, the club president and charismatic director, lead actor finds himself constantly challenged by second-year director Jiichi Ichikawa, who is passionate about films, and he has supposed to be high standards which he expects everyone else to live up to. The two are constantly butting heads, and their fellow club members they had to intervene in physically pulling them apart when tempers rise, usually because of Jiichi's intransigence. So, when Jin, who as a third year has the room all to himself in the dorm, is asked if he doesn't mind sharing for a while, he's somewhat nonplussed when he learns that his new roommate is none other than Jiichi. Until now, Jiichi has been living with his grandfather and attending school as a day student, but his grandfather has been hospitalized. It will be discharged from some while. Jin can say no in the circumstances but wonders how this unfortunate situation will play out. To his surprise, however, Gigi turns out to be unexpectedly calm and quiet in his downtime. Both students are hard to work. At work, leader teams are making their latest film productions to compete in the upcoming school festival. In the third years are attempting a technically challenging sci-fi project with special effects, whereas Gigi has been reading his younger sister's BL manga he has written. As we already know from Volume 1, a BL screenplay set in the high school, so much easier to stage and film than sci-fi. It's then when Jiichi shares some of his sister's BL with Jin that the barriers begin to break down between them. Jin has never read any before. Suddenly, Jin begins to see Jiichi in a very different light. Could it be that he's fallen from his stubborn, awkward, over-opinionated rival? However, some of the third years in the club, boarded with examinations and university entrance, began to feel conflicted about putting so much time into the film club. Jin can understand why, and again, he and Jiichi clash as to how he should handle the situation. Meanwhile, time is ticking away, and as the end of the year approaches, there's only so much time left to compete. There are films and for Jin and Jiichi to bury their differences. Soon, the third years will be leaving. It's an emotional time for them, but also for the second years, who will be left behind. And there's something Jin has told Jiichi. Readers first met Jiichi during the eyes of Mao, his cameraman in the first volume of Twilight Out of Focus, so we already know that. In spite of his frequent rages and overreactions, he's a good director and screenwriter who cares about his cast and crew, but it's fascinating to get the chance to see him away from the film club. And Audrong Giannomi is good at creating believable and intense relationships between her protagonists. She's also good at lightening the narrative with unexpected touches of humor. In this volume, there's an incident which will remind Naruto fans of an iconic incident early on in the manga anime, a homage perhaps to the career of Naruto Sasuke. As for Jin, he comes across the first as totally egocentric, shamelessly flaunting his star appeal, but later on we get to see there's another side to him too, and why. Along the way, there are also some nicely ironic touches in which Jin emphasizes himself as a central character of a film, or graphic novel maybe, the king of U Film Yandia, Clublandia, and several chapters are headed last time on the me show, even if one is told from Gigi's point of view. The second is Giannomi's 4-volume series about the lively film club at Midorigaoka High School has been published in English translation by Kodansha as a vertical book about the same time as the welcome news that the TV anime series have been confirmed. It's immediately apparent from the subject matter that this manga, with its colorful and appealing cast of characters and its film club setting, should make the transition to anime really well. Or so, I finally hope. Giannomi's striking and attractive character designs and elegant artworks plays on unusual camera angles to convey the drama of her story and to underline the links to the mutual film, but she's also good at making her characters come to life during their interactions. In this volume, the sparks certainly fly between awkward yet intense Jiichi and laid-back, self-confident Jin. At first, as in Volume 1, Gigi's body language is often contorted, his arms tightly folded, and so are his facial expressions as he tries to fail to control his feelings. But she also shows the gradual change in him as it comes to know Jin. Better drawn her mutual love of film and filmmaking, even if there are sensual scenes. This volume is rated 18+. Her art portrays the lovers very expressively. Above all, it's refreshing to have a boys' love series that isn't hung up over whether it's wrong to be in the same-sex relationship. They develop quite naturally between the protagonists, leading to conversations such as when Jin says, "And fair warning, I will make a move in you again." G is right back here with I know, I expect you to. Even though the second of words are out of his mouth, you see him mentally kicking himself. The translation volume for Volume 2 of Twilight Out of Focus is by Caroline Winston Wright. Jacqueline Fong translated Volume 1, and it reads well. The lettering again is by Nicole Roderick. There are two full page character bios of the lead players by Gianomi at the back, as well as an extra story. Two attractive color illustrations are to be found at the beginning. After Volume 1, concentrated on the second years, this volume introduces all the third year club members. Some will turn up again in later volumes, especially Rei Inaba, the vice president. Volume 3 Overlap, which returns to Mao and Hisashi, is due in September. The series has proved itself to be one of the best BL series around at the moment. Beautifully drawn with the believable, sympathetic, although far from flawless, cast of characters, already drawn mutual love or makings. A review copy from Kodansha Vertical Books was published by Turnaround Comics Turnaround Publisher Services. 9 out of 10.